And the customer has given us the ultimate say as to whether the action is blueprinted or not. And certainly for the purposes of this exercise, what we've decided we're going to do is this action has incredibly tight tolerances already. So we're not going to blueprint the action, we're going to stick with the existing Remington recoil lug. And we're not going to blueprint the action, we're just going to clean it up and clean up the threads in the action and put the new barrel on and shoot it. And if it doesn't shoot as well as we expect, then we will take it apart and we will blueprint the action, and then we'll see if there's any difference post blueprinting. Blueprinting is only really necessary if there's any run out in the action and that you're going to get some improvement from it, and it's difficult to see an improvement with this action, so we won't be blueprinting this action. And we've measured the action now to determine the shank length to cut on the end of the barrel, the headspace dimension, and how deep to cut the counter bore for the bolt nose on the Remington bolt. And for each action we generate a card that's got the rifle's details, the last four, the serial number, and the shank, the headspace, and the counter bore dimension. And also it tells us what the headspace is. In brackets it just tells me how far that sticks out beyond the shank, so that I can measure down to the shank or I can measure down to the barrel shoulder. We've finished rebarreling the customer's LSR1 light sporting rifle and fitted it with the new 26-inch carbon wrap barrel, and finished it with an invisible thread protector. And as we said earlier, this fits into the customer's original HS Precision stock. That's now ready to go off to proof, and then when we get back we'll refinish the action, refinish the bolt, do the tactical bolt handle, and the rifle will be finished. And because we were impatient and we were desperate to find out how this thing shot without blueprinting the action, and because we've got our own range, we just went and tested the customer's rifle, and we're going to send him his target when he gets his rifle back through his dealer. And we've just shot a group with the rifle and we've laminated it. We're going to put that in with the rifle for the customer, and that's just over 0.3 of an inch, 3 shots centre to centre. So it would appear that this particular rifle wouldn't have benefited from blueprinting. Certainly we couldn't have held the gun any stiller and shot any better groups with it, whether it was blueprinted or not. That's not possible with most rifles. So we've got an exceptionally good result from not blueprinting the action, but it does definitely demonstrate that when you're taking your rifle to your riflesmith, you do need to take a good hard look at the action before you immediately default to blueprinting the action, because what you're trying to achieve in the blueprint is increase the contact between the lugs and the lock and lug abutments and make sure that the bolt is absolutely central in the action, the bolt face is completely perpendicular, and that the round is presented to the centre of the barrel. Well, if your action is already doing that, then it would appear that in not all cases is blueprinting necessary.